So England's mythology was like medieval stuff like Robin Hood and King Arthur. I mean, it didn't go any further back than that. So Tolkien thought he wanted to create a mythology for his country, for England. And this is what he did. He spent his lifetime doing the stories of Middle-earth and the saga, you know.
Now, before I begin today's video, I just want to say the following. Welcome to The Rebellion. A big shout out to my good friend Drunk3PO in Florida, or Flow Rider if you're into that hip hop shit. And why do I say that in relation to this video? Well, it will become apparently clear. One more thing I want to say off the top of this video as well. I identify myself as a dude, a fella, and a geezer. And what do I mean by that? Well, simply that's how I like to go. I don't lean to the right. I certainly don't lean to the left because they are a bunch of lunatics, but I'm somewhere in Switzerland, somewhere about there. Switzerland is a great country. I've been there before. It is absolutely fascinating as a place. And of course, the birthplace of the Rolex and Omega watches. But without further ado, and of course you saw at the beginning of this video, the greatest trilogy of all time is Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. If you don't own a Blu-ray copy or even the DVD copies, go out and buy yourself one as soon as you can. Not that they're running out at any point, but just support that particular franchise of movies. So, why am I staring at Amazon Prime's official YouTube channel page? Well, it was something that actually escaped me yesterday until some fellow YouTube content creators pointed this out in their videos, so I thought I'd do the same thing. So, Lord of the Rings of Power, or as I like to call it, the Breasts of Power. Oh, Jeff Bezos, what can I say? Yes, he is the real-life Lex Luthor, Mr. Cyclops himself. And in the meantime, you have Elon Musk, the Tony Stark in the big tech world. And yes, as I've put on my comment section here, this is going to be a glorious disaster for Bezos and Amazon. Meanwhile, Musk is being Tony Stark on a yacht full of beautiful women. And that is exactly true. Although sometimes I've got to question Elon Musk's taste in the women he's dated. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Amber Turd. So, I did a reaction yesterday for the Rings of Power teaser trailer, which was about a minute long. So already that's telling me Amazon are really confident in their product. Also, look at the like ratio. So, to be fair, 74,000 people have liked this, but maybe some of that is a combination of bots and people are just shilling for this complete disaster of a series that nobody wanted. But it's really interesting as well because the OneRing.net, a company or an organization that's famous for just shitting on the fans, they also came up with a bold claim that, oh yeah, 20 years ago when Sir Ian McKellen was playing Gandalf, people had an issue with his sexuality because he's gay. I knew that Ian McKellen was gay. I never had a problem with him as Professor Magneto in the X-Men films. Never had a problem with him playing Gandalf. And as it turns out, Sean Connery could have beaten him to it, but Sean wasn't sure about the material. So Ian McKellen took his place and by God, he gave us the greatest wizard ever. So yeah, and of course I did tweet at the OneRing.net to say, do you have receipts of alleged outcries against Ian McKellen? Yeah, I wonder where those receipts are. Probably buried up their asses. So take a look at this. 74,000 likes and 9,800 dislikes on the video. And of course, you've got the comment section here. You've got my recent comment edit at the top there. Now, what is interesting is the repetition, the rhetoric of the J.R.R. Tolkien quote of, evil cannot create anything new. They can only corrupt and ruin what good forces have invented or made. Okay, now what you'll notice all the way through, and these have been done like in the last 24 hours, it's the same quote in different languages. Corvus 2, I just have absolutely no faith Amazon is capable of telling a compelling new story set within Tolkien's world that both makes sense and is respectful of the source material. Well said, sir. Got to give him or her a like. But you know what? I'm kind of curious to see what language this is. So what I'm going to do is to go into Google Translator. I know what it's going to say. I'm just trying. Actually, I won't know what it says because I don't know what to translate it from. But it's really, really cool. I understand some of it's in Russian, Japanese, and Hebrew. So yes, linguistics of the foreign kind I'm not great with, obviously. And again, everybody is running with this quote. What's really interesting as well, Amazon have not disabled the comment section. So if I go to Amazon France, what do you think I'm going to see? Yep, this is just wonderful. It's just a worldwide protest against this show. Again, the show where they're just disrespecting what Tolkien has done before, disrespecting Peter Jackson's version as well. And that's what it is. People love those films, and they will love The Hobbit in equal measures. I wasn't a big fan of the Hobbit films. There are some aspects that I like about them, but not everything. But that's Amazon France. Now for the 3 for 3 rule, you know one of my lucky numbers is the number 3, the rule of 3. We're gonna go over to Amazon Prime India. Look at that. So 6,100 likes, 7,300 downvotes. Yikes. Let's just go back to France. I forgot to check there. Look at that. 1,000 likes, 1,400 dislikes. Yes, I've added my dislike already. Also added it here to India. Are you ready for September the 2nd? Ready to rewatch the original trilogy instead of this garbage? Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. Wow. Profanation. I'm ready to give 0 score to this shit on every platform. You have no respect to Tolkien filming SJW movies. Well said. Well said. No, we ain't. I think, yeah. And that is Amazon Prime India asking the question. Oh, God, that is hilarious. Oh, sorry, I've got to read that Shylock comment once more. Ready to rewatch the original trilogy instead of this garbage? Yes. Give that person a big thumbs up. Absolutely hilarious. Now, I've actually done a bit of digging around because people are asking, did J.R.R. Tolkien, the GOAT, did he actually say that particular phrase? Well, it seems when I went to Science Fiction Fantasy, or the Stack Exchange, I'm not sure how great a website this actually is, but I saw this verified comment here, actually. It doesn't appear to be anything that Tolkien ever said or wrote, but a paraphrase from Return of the King. No, so this is Bilbo Baggins talking to Samwise Gamgee. No, they eat and drink, Sam. The shadow that bred them can only mock. It cannot make. Not real new things of its own. I don't think it gave life to the orcs. It only ruined them and twisted them. And if they are to live at all, they have to live like other living creatures. There you have it. So maybe if Tolkien was asked to quote something very similar or to translate it, he might provide something similar to this. And but I liked that top comment there. Now he was talking about Jeff. He was probably talking about Jeff Bezos' business practice, I guess. That's pretty funny actually. And yes, I mean Jeff Bezos is a man who, yes, he's got more money than God, probably quoting Alex Trevelyan from GoldenEye. But the man is delusional. He really is. Like, give me my Game of Thrones. Yes, you know what you've given us, Jeff Bezos? You've given us a discount Game of Thrones. You could walk into Pound Shop and it'll be at the bottom of the bargain bucket right there for people to pick up and not even pay for. They'll just walk out without paying for it because it is going to be an absolute disaster. And I cannot wait for the fully blown trailer to finally land. I reckon we're going to get it in about June, maybe July. You know what? They've got to, Amazon have got to be quaking in their boots right now. They have to be, because they've seen this backlash. What more are they going to do? They had this premeditated line of defense as soon as that trailer dropped, and of course the OneRing.net. Oh, they're not pals with Amazon. No, they were doing a watch along, a live access watch along with that. Going, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Yeah, and of course, you know, they're sitting in the little man caves and their lady caves, extolling the virtues of how great this actually is. And of course, you know, I talked about the Don Lemon Legolas that they had with the perfect haircut going across there. Obviously, so what? There were Afro barbers in the second age of of the Lord of the Rings? What, you just stroll into a barber and they gave that nice lined haircut across the way? Of course, I would know that being a person of color. I used to do that to the sides of my head a long time ago, but now I just want to be like a complete grungy rock star and grow it all out, because that's how it should be, Middle Earth. Grow the hair out. There's no one around to groom your hair, is there? So, oh my God, this is going to be glorious. Folks, were you aware of this? I thought I'd make this video now and capture these comments, because I reckon at some point, Amazon might disable them, just like Showtime did with their horrendous reaction to everything's all white. I might do a video on that one later on, but folks, if you enjoyed today's video, do me a big favor, smack the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if I were you, you'll watch out for me on my next video.
In the ass end of space, even aliens watch Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. Duke Nukem approves this guy.